So the first night of the annual classic, we camped at Trekkers Inn, which is nothing more than just an open grass land. We all pitched tents and slept out. We're at about 8,800 feet, so if I sound like I'm a little bit out of breath, I am. And then we're going to take a shuttle about half an hour up the pass towards Moffett Tunnel, but not all the way there. There's a trailhead right before it. And we begin the 3-day, 30-mile trek. There's going to be about 4,500 to 5,000 feet of gain. Overall, we're going over the Continental Divide, and the main areas are Yankee Boy Lake and Corona Lake, though we're not sleeping there. We're sleeping a little bit closer to Yankee Boy Lake on the way back. So yeah, so it'll be 3 great days. Everyone's having a great time, and just stoked to show you guys all these beautiful views in Colorado. 35 minutes later, we are starting the trailhead, and we're off. Beginning of the 2025 Fjällräven Annual Classic. Got a 10-mile day here. This road is pretty mellow to start, a little rocky. It's a Jeep trail, but beautiful blue sky day, a little clouds. Whee! And amazing to be heading into the Colorado backcountry.
There's one of the buses. When did the first one go?
Welcome folks, we're doing pack adjustments and snack adjustments. All the adjustments.
After 2 miles of basically being flat, the first incline. Breathe a little harder. Until lunch. Be cruising, wait for a little break to get some food. First checkpoint, 5.5 miles. Did it in under 2 hours. Feeling good, ready for some food. Rest, take off the backpack. Woohoo! A nice hearty lunch, sandwich, some chips, refueled, ready to go. Another 5-ish miles. This is gonna have probably maybe 50% more elevation gain. For the next part, we leave the road, which will be nice to actually hike in the forest, and soon enough we'll be there. All right, our first creek crossing. Looks like we're walking in the water. All right, we crossed the stream with no issues, no falls, no slip outs. And now we are finally into a more beautiful area, off the trail or off the road, onto a real trail in the forest. Oh, it is beautiful. A little more elevation gain at the moment, about the 7-mile mark. And we have hit the campsite. Final 100 yards. And we get to drop our packs for the day. Woohoo! Basically done with day 1. Less than 3.5 hours. Woohoo! Got some storm clouds a brewing. So we're all done with day 1. We clocked in around just under 9 miles. It was on the trail for like 3.5 hours, so not too bad. Setting up camp before the storm rolls in. Wasn't too bad of a day. I'm actually able to carry on some conversations going uphill, which was a surprise. So yeah, now we get to relax. There's a stretch section in a few hours, which will be delightful, and grub and relax. So I have been rocking this big animal sleeping pen since 2018. It is incredibly reliable and highly recommend, though they don't make this exact one anymore. Brand new sleeping pillow and brand new sleeping bag. Testing this one out from Amit. It was pretty good last night. All right, I got out of my sweaty clothes and let me show you around camp. So as I said earlier, there were about 300 people on this trip. There are not 300 tents, but there are probably maybe 175 tents. So there are a lot of sites needed. We are making dinner. Oh, got a little pad thai. I think actually almost everyone's doing pad thai. Yeah, we're just boiling some good old water in the dip oil. Gonna enjoy, but we have to, because we're at 10,000 feet, we have to wait double the time for the meals. So we have to wait a half an hour before we can eat. After dinner, which was pad thai, and it was slightly not as good as I remembered, but we are heading up to the lake just above our campsites to explore, see the beautiful wildflowers, and just soak in the waterfall way up top. Check-in, day 2. Sleep was subpar. Tossed and turned. It was quite warm, but I couldn't get comfortable, which was unfortunate. It is 6:35. We've been up for about an hour. Just making some breakfast, had some coffee, and we are getting ready to pack up and head over the Continental Divide towards Corona Lake, and then we'll double back and kind of camp basically about less than a mile from where we are now at the moment. So the loop kind of doubles back on itself, but to make this more of a accessible and more practical trip, you have to do it. So we'll see you on the way up. Well, before 7:15, beginning our trek up to the Continental Divide. Yes. Let me breathe in. We've said we're good day so far. The views are starting to open up. Getting some layers. Pretty nice above the tree line. All right, so this trail is gonna give us the middle finger and make us go downhill all the way down and then all the way back up. Not fun. Alright, I think we have about 4 or 5 switchbacks to get to the first checkpoint. The views up here are stunning. The uphill continues. Around 11,300 feet. I am sucking wind. Nice uphill. But I'd say the worst part is this trail is just pretty rocky. It's not like a nice, fast-moving trail. I feel like mentally the way I Alright, we made it up over the switchbacks back onto a road. Whew! That was the first part of the hike so far. We are walking on the old railroad route. Hundreds of feet, thousands of feet above the valley floor. So we just hiked this entire flat line here. Mild elevation increase, but nothing too bad. It's around 3 miles. Made it to the checkpoint. Got some food. You know, jumping our packs and heading down to Corona Lake, which will be about 4 miles round trip. Then we come back and probably get some more food and then head back down to camp. That was a nice little 25-minute break. We're supplied. Headed down to Corona. As you can see, clouds are forming. Expected some afternoon showers. So we're going to enjoy the lake, and then we go back up over here, and the goal is to be up and over that pass before 1 to 2 p.m., which shouldn't be an issue. To Corona Lake, another mile down. This is a beautiful, beautiful area. Wildflowers popping, green grass, trees, what a sight. Pretty easy route to get to Corona. A little water crossing, a few muddy spots, but nothing too challenging. We made it to Corona Lake, 2 miles from the checkpoint above. It's swarmed by mosquitoes. At least the views are pretty good.
Not with my nose.
Yeah, we saw the mac and cheese.
Yeah,
We had a lovely mini soak in the lake. We're heading back up to the pass. It was nice to just hang out at the lake down there. Have a little chill day. And then another 2 miles back. I can feel the elevation getting going up. Oh, this is such a beautiful view. Trail cutting through it, wildflowers, green rolling hills. This is what makes the Rockies so pristine. really taking my time back to the checkpoint. Stop by, shoot some wildflowers by the lake. Just soak it in the beach. It's pretty damn great. Final 9/10 of a mile. Back to the checkpoint, you can kind of see it way over there. Got rehydrated, a little snacks, and heading out for the last 4 miles to our campsite 2. It's our final resting place for the day. Going up and over, I think, the Continental Divide, and then dropping down into another lake basin. Phone's also about to die, so might not be a lot of clips after this. Cheers. We made it to the high point.
Once you get up there.
11,768 feet. It is downhill to camp, to home, to beers. Woo! Downhill begins. So we have just come up over the ridge and we have found our last lake and our home base for the evening. So we're gonna go down the switchback, go down right there, and wind all the way around the road and then come on down to camp. Another maybe mile and we get to eat, relax, and hang out. So this shows where we came from. There's zigzags over there. The race at the moment is to get to camp and set up my tent for all of that. Besides this, it wants to land on me. So, fingers crossed to get down this road faster than the rain comes. Just as I was wondering if we would see a moose, boom! I'm right down in the meadow grazing at a huge rack. Well, just got in the tent before it started to rain and hail. Alright, so my phone died, and for the last 45 minutes or an hour or so it has been dumping, hailing, lightning, thundering, absolutely like crazy. Just like a classic Colorado Rockies afternoon storm. We were hanging out at the tent out front. Now I made it back into my tent. We were just hunkering down, and hopefully this will blow over soon. I thought it would already be done, but yeah, we now just wait and hope that this tent stays dry. It should. No reason that it shouldn't. Yeah, the lightning earlier was insane. Like, phaser right above us, and we're at like 10,800 feet here and there. Whew. Is not going anywhere. Well, after a very nice dinner and lovely afternoon, post-rain and hail, it's back. It's a little light drizzle, and then luckily we got back in time. I'm just hunkering down. we have a mountain twofer.
Have you done any of the focus tracking?
Let's see what else it is. Oh my gosh, it's boiling.
They also say that
So today we are doing about 10 to 11 miles downhill back to the trailhead, and then we are going to hop on a shuttle and go to Truckers Inn for some barbecue and celebration and unwinding. It's been an incredible 2025 Annual Classic. I not do too much videoing on the way down. It's going to be pretty uninteresting, and it's the same thing on the way up. Thanks for watching, and I hope that this inspires you to join the 2026 Annual Classic in North America in Colorado, or you could join one of the other ones internationally in Chile or Sweden, and I think in Japan. Signing off. Take care.
Which was it to go up here?
get up here when I got to.
About 2 miles left. A popsicle and some shade for a break. Been beautiful days so far. Trail's been pretty steady and mostly flat, though with a slight decline, which makes it for a little bit a little boring. But that's all right. Have some good conversations and. Ready to get to the barbecue.
Have fun.
Woo!
What a finish. Bam,
Good
baby.
stuff. Well, we did it. First annual Fjällräven Classic in the books. 10 miles on the day. Got the whole celebratory crowd back there. And wonderful event, great way to get people out into nature and experience backpacking. Some people have never gone before, others like me have gone a bunch. And just a great show of support for everybody here.